Hello and welcome back to Whitney Alex Works recap of The Bachelorette Season 20, Episode 6, Hometown Dates. Before we begin, please like and subscribe here for more recap videos just like this one. Alright, let's get started. Hometown week begins with Charity visiting Aaron's hometown in Houston, Texas. They greet with a classic hug and kiss combination, and Charity is hopeful that this relationship with Aaron can get back on track. These two haven't had their one-on-one date since week 2, and Charity feels like Aaron is the furthest behind in terms of her feelings. Charity jumps right into meeting Aaron's family, and they all sit down to have a home-cooked meal made by Aaron's mother, Ethel. And while Aaron is getting advice from his mature younger brother, Charity is seen talking to Ethel about her relationship with Aaron. And despite niceties shared, Charity does admit that she would not feel comfortable saying yes to a proposal if Aaron asked her today, which is interesting as it leans into Charity having some doubts about her relationship with Aaron. And really, despite some hesitations, Charity is really liked by Aaron's family and gets the approval of both his mother and father. And after meeting Aaron's family, Aaron takes Charity to his high school football field and they share romantic moments where Aaron tells Charity that he is falling in love with her. They kiss and Aaron has one more surprise when he recreates the dance from their first date back in week 2. The next hometown date is with Joey, and Charity visits him in his hometown of Collegeville, Pennsylvania. With Charity and Joey's relationship so far, Joey has told Charity that he is falling in love with her during their one-on-one date in week 5. Charity meets up with Joey and he takes her to an indoor tennis court. He teaches her how to play tennis while they share some romantic moments. But all of a sudden, a man walks in and it ends up being Joey's uncle named Joe. Uncle Joe greets both Joey and Charity, and everything seems to be going great until Uncle Joe's confessional, where he feels like Joey isn't being himself and is concerned that Joey may be putting on an act to please Charity's wishes. Well, that concern is on hold for now, as Charity eventually meets Joey's family, including his sister and mother and father. Charity shares her feelings about Joey with Joey's sister Carly and his mother Kathy. But when Charity talks more to Uncle Joe, he expresses his doubts about the short courtship and tells Charity that Joey might not be entirely genuine. This, of course, shakes Charity's confidence a little as she knows she is falling in love with Joey and planned to express this. But all of a sudden, after talking to Joey's uncle, Charity is feeling unsure, and when Joey tells her again that he is falling in love with her, Charity holds her feelings back and instead gets tearful and shows some concern as Joey is suddenly confused as Charity leaves him reserved and emotional, which has Joey doubting why Charity is upset when everything seemed to have went well with them. After Joey, Charity visits Xavier's hometown of Cleveland, Ohio, where Xavier and Charity meet up. Xavier announces that he has a surprise in store for Charity. He then takes her to a knitting store as Xavier is excited to take a knitting class with Charity. They pick out some yarn and get to knitting with a group of other passionate knitters. Xavier is pretty impressed with Charity's beginner knitting skills as they enjoy their time together. After they finish the class, they then head to a cafe where they connect some more before meeting Xavier's family. Charity is soon meeting Xavier's family, which includes his mother Tracy, who has MS, and is the motivation for Xavier to pursue a PhD. Charity also meets his sister Chelsea and his father Clarence, and like other families, Charity is well liked and quickly accepted as she makes a connection with Xavier's family, really impressing Xavier's sister Chelsea, who tells Xavier that she loves Charity and wants her brother to be with her. And at the end of the hometown date, Xavier tells Charity that he is falling in love with her. They end up kissing, and it's apparent that Charity's connection with Xavier has skyrocketed, and she even mentions that she could see Xavier as her future husband. The last hometown date goes to Dotun, where Charity travels to his hometown of Fresno, California. Charity admits her connection with Dotun is very strong, but she is suddenly worried that maybe everything is too good to be true. She meets up with Dotun and he tells her that unfortunately his parents won't be able to meet her as they are in Nigeria at the moment. This disappoints Charity as she was hoping that she could meet his parents, considering the fast-paced situation they are all in. But while Charity is introduced to Dotun's family, including his grandmother, who seems really sweet, they all get a surprise when Dotun's parents surprise them as they have returned from Nigeria to meet Charity. And Dotun's parents are very accepting of Charity, as Dotun's mother, who was warned as being super critical, was actually very warm and welcoming and even promised that she would have a huge wedding in Nigeria for Charity and Dotun. And while everything is going super smoothly, everyone in Dotun's family is supportive as Dotun's mother tells Charity that she is already her daughter. And the grandmother says she feels Dotun and Charity are bonded in heaven. After meeting Dotun's very welcoming family, they take off in a white Mustang where Dotun drives Charity to a drive-in movie, and the two share a montage of their relationship so far. This movie has Charity in tears as she hopes there can be more memories made together, and they end up kissing, solidifying their already passionate and solid relationship. After Charity has visited everyone's hometowns, she is seen talking with host Jesse Palmer about how the week went, and she admits something pretty shocking, and that is that she is falling in love with all 4 of her final men. And with the next rose ceremony, she says that she is going to be heartbroken because the person she intends to possibly send home, she has intense feelings for. She is emotional and conflicted, but she has to make a decision about who she will invite to Fantasy Suites. Rose ceremony number 6 begins as the final 4 men arrive at an airport hangar where Charity is really stressed about making this difficult decision. And soon, Charity calls out the following men in order, securing them a spot for Fantasy Suites. She first calls Dotun, then Xavier, and the last rose goes to Joey. This means that Aaron is heading home. Charity walks Aaron out and they sit down to try and process Charity's difficult decision. She gets emotional as she confesses that this was a very confusing and complicated decision, and even admits that she is conflicted about the decision she made. But at the end of the day, she had to make that decision, and with Charity sending Aaron home, now 3 men remain. And that's it for this recap. Thank you for watching Whitney Alex Works' recap of The Bachelorette Season 20, Episode 6, Hometowns. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe here for more videos in the future. See you soon for the Fantasy Suites episode.